Well, folks, you might want to stop doing helicopters around because Microsoft has indeed dropped a nuke over on Sony's head and they blew the entire cover. And this is actually pretty wild because they have revealed the fact that Wolverine is gonna be coming out in 2023. We're gonna be actually talking about this because there are a lot of people are having a tough time right now. People that were into coma, they came alive and they're actually shaking. They're trying to do helicopters with their release, but ladies and gentlemen, not so fast. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, because there's a video I also want to show you because apparently Microsoft has claimed that Sony's plans to release Insomniac's Wolverine game in 2023. Bruh. I just don't believe in this one, but apparently this is not a leak. This is indeed real, to the point where we got articles and VGC reached out to PlayStation for a comment as well, wherein that the title was announced last year as being in very early development. These are facts, right? But apparently, as spotted by Tech for Gamers, in other words, Toxic Gamers, Microsoft claims that the game will be released in 2023, and that was made in a regulatory filing published this week by UK's Competition and Markets Authority, which is currently scrutinizing the company's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard deal. In other words, they're basically telling, they're snitching around, they're telling the CMA, the UK, and those of you that are like stud muffins, those of you are like, Skizzle, did you forget I'm a stud muffin? You always seem to forget. Yep, I understand, okay? Apparently in stud muffin language, there is CMA UK that are actually trying to stop a brother down. They're trying to cancel the Microsoft and Activision deal from happening, and they're right now they're saying that, you know what, we're gonna be investigating, and Microsoft is trying their absolute best. They're showing them like, listen man, Sony got this game exclusive, Sony got that game exclusive, and Sony is gonna be having Wolverine coming out in 2023. That's basically what's happening right now, and this is where we at. And this situation is so wild to the point where we recently heard that Sony was supposed to have their PlayStation showcase on October 20th, and guess what? They also ended up canceling that. Actually, it was supposed to have Spider-Man 2 gameplay, some Wolverine stuff as well. Not sure whether that was gonna be a gameplay reveal, whether that's just gonna be like another trailer, perhaps maybe CGI trailer, right? We're not sure. And allegedly more exclusive games, and that's why Sony allegedly canceled that. This leak actually is coming from Millie A, very credible is what I'm hearing from the streets, and Sony just canceled that. I mean, that's crazy, okay? And they did that all because of Call of Duty, all because of Call of Duty, but understandable. And they've said this, discussing Sony's market position, Microsoft claimed, and I quote, PlayStation also has a spate of first and third-party exclusive titles lined up for launch in 2023. Check this out, including Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. I mean, quickly after people started doing helicopters, so much so that they also mentioned Horizon, Final Fantasy 16, and Force, and like, these are all the games. But realistically, man, can Wolverine happen in 2023? I just don't believe in that. I just don't think that there is a chance. But we're gonna get down to our expert, Sony Pony MBG. Drop a thumbs up, let's check it out, what the man has to say.
Company has inside information on Sony's release plans, or the claim was simply a mistake isn't clear, but VGC has contacted PlayStation for comment on the game's status. So yeah, this is something that I've seen floating around, and I'm just gonna be blunt with everybody right now. I think there is zero truth to this, and I think that there is zero chance that Wolverine launches in 2023. I think if we're lucky, we'll see our first gameplay
is what Microsoft would say,
Wolverine in 2023. But this to me is clearly just Microsoft assuming, and maybe kind of using the fact that we saw Wolverine announced but didn't get any release window, no time frame whatsoever, kind of using that to their advantage by trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, Wolverine's coming out next year, clearly, because Sony hasn't denied that. And it's true, Sony hasn't technically denied that, and we'll see if they end up responding to VGC. I don't think they will, but you know,
what if the game was really supposed to come out in 2023? I know, I get it, okay? There's a very low chance, very minimal chance. We're talking about Sony. If this game was really supposed to come out in 2023, my G, and Microsoft saw that, they were like, okay, we're gonna blow your cover. We're gonna tell everything you're doing right now to CMA, and we're gonna make sure the deal stop. My God, Sony would dead ass delay the game. You think that them delaying the showcase was the only thing that they could delay? My God, they would delay this, because after all, Call of Duty is the main thing right now.
It would just be, in my opinion, nearly impossible for Insomniac to get this game out so soon, especially when they said just last year that the game is in very early development, right? And all we've seen is a CG trailer for it. And on top of that, Spider-Man 2 is coming out next year. I don't know that it's really in their best interest to release, even if they could release Wolverine right next year, I don't think that they would want to release both of these games.
And realistically, I can see this game coming out by the end of 2024, but if this is really like 2023, then sheesh. But you want to know what happened with UK and Activision and Call of Duty deal? Click on this video on the screen. We got a lot of sauce, and I will see you right there. Subscribe.